Yo, this Justin McKissick Larry. I hope you're doing excellent. I appreciate you taking the opportunity to watch my video. My background in trading, I have about, man, I promise I have about maybe 8, 7 years of trading experience. Now, that experience wasn't always profitable, okay? Like most people, I learned about trading from online, joined multi-level marketing companies, telling me they were going to teach me how to trade, but I end up learning how to recruit people, and I didn't do that well. But anyway, I didn't want to give up on it as far as the trading goes, so I just stuck with it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna just teach myself how to trade. And over the years, I figured out easy strategy. It's called the moving average crossover strategy. And the moving average crossover strategy is basically a strategy when I'm using a series of moving averages just to basically show me what direction this price is going in layman's terms, the best way to explain it. So what you're looking at on the chart of moving averages, okay? Uh, these lines like this line here, this line here, 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 and here. These are moving averages, okay? Now you see how they're moving in a certain pattern. We see a pattern here on the chart, okay? Now this is a 1 hour time frame, and this is Bitcoin what we trading. So this is the pair, this is time frame. That means each candlestick, it take 1 hour for these candlestick to form, okay? All right. So the market move from left to right. So from left to right, we see a pattern that take place, okay? Now let's look at the smaller moving averages first to see the pattern it makes. Now this blue moving average and this orange moving average, I'm using this as a crossover and confirmation trading strategy as far as those go. Okay, so every time this blue moving average was underneath this orange moving average and one candlestick formed while crossed, the prices was always going down. And every time the blue was over the orange moving average and one candlestick formed, the price was always going up. And we see when we backtest, and backtest meaning when we look from right all the way to the left, everything to the left of the candlestick that's currently going on is showing what happened in the past. Okay, that's what backtesting is. It's just basically testing your strategy and see how it performed in the past. Okay, so and we see that it kept doing that from the past, from left to right. It kept doing the same thing. Blue over orange, price went up. Blue under orange, price went down. Okay. Now, even with these other moving averages, this thicker blue moving average and this thicker orange moving average, every time that moving average was underneath the orange, price was going down overall. When I say overall, I mean not as far as like those moving averages are not hugging those candlesticks as close like these other, like this blue and this orange moving average. You see how it's looser, but you could keep the trade open longer. Okay, or even this orange moving average underneath this white moving average, or the blue under the white moving average, based on whatever you want to use as far as your crossover strategy. But look, I'm trading this by the 1 hour using those smaller moving averages, and they're not smaller, they're just quicker. So what we need to focus on when we trade, y'all, even though backtesting is good to know how your strategy performed in the past, it's all about what's going on currently. That's how you make your money. You don't make money based on the past. You make money if you follow the past performance. You should be able to do the same thing in the future. Okay. So this current candlestick right we see all the way to the right is currently in the sell. Okay. Also, what we see with the moving averages, make it a little bit bigger. This blue moving average is underneath this orange moving average. Okay, I got in early, and because I know the price is going down based on the algorithm I see. Remember, this blue is underneath this orange every time. Basically, it's a downtrend overall, so it's safe to say to go ahead and get in that trade as a sell. Okay, but what you get is a systematic approach. There's really no guessing here. You just follow the direction that the moving averages go. You take the trades based on the direction the moving averages go with the overall trend. Okay? It's really nothing hard about this. It's just something you have to follow and dedicate to it. There are certain times you want to trade, but it also depends on your strategy. I teach that once you buy my trading strategy, you know, and it's just three things you got to focus on. You got to focus on the strategy, the timing, and the discipline to use the strategy at that time, okay, and trust that it works. You know, you see right here, it always repeated itself, and it doesn't matter what pair I trade as far as like whatever I trade, whether it's a foreign exchange pair or a cryptocurrency or a metal or a commodity or whatever, moving averages adjust to whatever the price is doing. Okay. So you see how this moving average is bending going down underneath this orange moving average, and every time the price was doing that, the price was going down, right? We keep the trades open as long as the blue moving average is under the orange. It's not our job to guess or try to figure out how far it's going to go. We keep that trade open based on what the moving average is doing. If that moving average is underneath the orange moving average, if that blue is underneath that orange, you keep that trade open until it's no longer over it. I mean, or no longer under it. The moving average job is to follow the direction of the moving average. Its job is to follow the direction of the price. So you see how right now this is what's going on with Bitcoin right now. This right now today is, let me see. Okay. Today, what, I don't even know what today's date is. I can't even look at one of me later pull it up for some reason. Hold on. All this shit I got up in here and shit. What's today's date? Okay. Today the 15th of November, y'all. All right, it's 2:57. Right now, the price of Bitcoin is at 95,128, whatever. That's the price right now. But that's what's currently going on, right? But the moving average is responded to it. Remember, this candlestick is an hour candlestick. So it take 1 hour for this candlestick to form. Okay. So that's what's responded to it. Now let me show you how much profit I'm in. I opened this trade up a few minutes ago. I'm up right now like $16, almost 50% of my account already. And I had this trade with Nas 100 that was already open, but the market is closed, so it closed like that. But I'm almost doubled this account right now, and I only took a four lot, size. But I did that. I was able to use a larger lot size with more of my whole account. That's only at $42 because the probability of the price going the direction I said it's going is high. Because look at the overall trend. You know what I mean? I've done put it this way. I didn't create the strategy, but my parameters I created, I back tested for years, so I know what's going on based on what I see. So I got in a little early. But look, this is what you're gonna receive. You're gonna receive once you buy it. You're gonna receive these parameters. You're gonna learn how to follow it from left to right. You receive these parameters as well. If you want to trade with those as well, it just depends because we can go to a smaller time frame and it's gonna show us the same thing. Okay, so hold on, let me put something on real quick to show you something. Gonna go to the template. What I just put on is the same thing, but it got an alert system, okay? So what we're using is something called, this software is called Cloud Trader. It's basically a cloud trading software through Liquid brokers. You can sign up under my link. It's free to try it on the demo, okay? But let me put this on move real quick because I don't want you to miss out. So what you're gonna receive once you buy it, you're gonna receive all the information on how to get this alert. It's going to be an alert going off letting you know when to get in and out the trades and stuff like that. That way you don't have to sit in front of the computer waiting. You know what I mean? You can also do this on your phone. That's what's so good about this. Being this it's a cloud situation, you can do this on your phone and put the alerts on your phone as you go. Okay. I highly recommend you do this from home though, because you know how people get on their phone and stuff, and you got to keep your phone on. But it does work on the phone, on any tablet. But like I was saying, you're gonna have an alert gonna come on once one candlestick form while it's crossed. It's gonna tell you when to get in and out the trades. So watch what's gonna happen. You got 8 seconds left. Watch what's gonna happen. The indicator alert came on telling me to take a sell. You heard it. It came on. You can customize your bill or whatever you want to call the alert. I was in early because it's a high probable chance that the price is going to keep going down. It's basically in sell mode. So I got in early. But if I was a novice trader like most of us is, I would have just waited for this to tell me when to get in the trade. You can do that, you know, and take the trade based on the direction it's going. Trading in the direction of the trend. My balance was $42.21. I was already in a trade of $14. I took a larger lot size, only 0.04. Now I'm in profit almost, like I was almost 50% up. But look, as I do this, when you trade like this, majority of your trades gonna be you're gonna be in profit because it's following the direction that the price is going anyway. Moving averages follows the direction the price is going. Two moving averages at different speeds will create a pattern on a chart that you see because one is faster than the other. So since one is faster than the other, one is going to respond to the price movement quicker than the other. Okay. So this blue moving average right here, let me make it bigger so you can see. And that's what I love about this particular the software. I mean, you can make it. It's kind of like MetaTrader 4 and TradingView in one. Now you look at this. You see, hold on, let me say, get back to what I was saying. You see how the blue line was over this orange line and price was going up. When it started going up based on the parameter set, you see how the blue started curving, and you see how it started going towards the orange line. Then the orange line started curving down, following the direction of the price. The price is going down. But look, imagine, and I got in early because I knew what was going on. But look, remember it told us just to take a sell right here. Look, if we would have took the sell here, the price is going down. The alert is letting us know based on the algorithm that I created. Okay. So you still would have been in profit. Look, I almost doubled my account. I mean, this was already in profit. The market is closed for Nas 100, but this is a whole new trade. Okay. Now look, think about this, y'all. This is something to think about. If this algorithm is continuously doing the same thing based on what we see, when the blue is under the orange, price go down, and when the blue is over orange, price go up, and I'm in profit $16 almost from just here to here. Imagine if I would have got in from here to here. You know what I mean? Or imagine if I would have took those trades from here all the way down to here. Or from here to here. Or if you was trading just from a higher algorithm with the moving averages, like I was saying you could do, imagine if you would have got in with the blue from here to here. So I'm saying if that's $16 just from right there, imagine how much money would have cost from here to here. Or imagine if you would have took the trade with the blue under the white moving average from here to here, all the way down there. You see what I'm saying? A lot of money. So all you're doing is just letting the algorithm tell you when to get in and out the trade. So once you buy this strategy, you're gonna have an alert system for. Well, you'll be able to make an alert system for these moving averages crossing over the small blue and orange moving averages for the blue and orange, or you can make one for um, the blue with the white moving average, or you can make one with the orange and the white moving average. But let me go over to a smaller time frame to show you how you benefit from that if you want to trade like that. So I'm gonna put a line here just to show you how time increments work. So once you trade, you want to do something called like a top-down analysis. A top-down analysis is basically looking at the overall direction the market is going overall. You wouldn't take a bunch of buys or try to buy predominantly throughout the day if you see that the price is predominantly going uh down. You wouldn't take a bunch of up trades if you say for the day it's going down. Wouldn't make sense, right? But people do it. But there's ways for you to see it. So let's look at this for example. We see right now by the hour the price is going down, right? We also see these moving averages basically show us like a downtrend, right? But let's look in a daytime frame. Let's see what's going on. Let's look at a higher time frame. Now see it's doing the same thing. Now look, all these moving averages adjust to what the price is doing overall based on the time frame. Okay, so since this is a day time frame, it take 1 day for each one of these candlesticks to form. So all moving averages adapt to these candlesticks all the time automatically. So it's showing you the true movement of the price and stuff like that. But we also see a whole different pattern on here. When we was on the hour, we were seeing everything going down. Now we see everything going up, but this is by the day. But it all follows itself perfectly. You know what I mean? So imagine if you would have gotten this trade a long time ago. Remember I was talking about how you could trade with the blue over the orange on the hour. You could do that with the day. Imagine we got got in from here to here. And this is only from here to here right here is like 16. Look, let me show you. $14 profit right now as a sale from right here. You see just from this orange line, that's where it opened it to here. Okay. That's $16, right? Imagine if you would have took the trade with the blue, with this blue over this orange from here to here. You see what I'm saying? Or and then got in there, then did it again from there to there, there to there, there to there. Or imagine with the orange line over the white line, you just kept the trade open. Period. See what I'm saying? Now look, let me go ahead back to the hour real quick. Back to this time increment thing I was trying to tell you about. Now look, y'all see the profit is getting smaller, right? It's retracing. It's going back up right now. But look, you don't try to take it upon yourself to try to beat the market or try to think you know what's going to go on. Because remember, most of the time you were wrong. It's no point of trying to beat the market or trying to outthink the market or trying to assume with the market. The market is always going to do what it's going to do. But your best bet is to let the moving average guide you to direction that the price is going because its job is to respond to the price. It's a pathway. Let it let it pave the way for you. Moving averages is paving the way for you, okay? So though the price is going up right now, it may continue to go down. It may go up, but you let these moving averages do its job and tell you. The more you follow the directions of the moving averages, the more profitable you will be. At times, you will take certain losses when it comes to trading. All profitable traders take losses with trading when you're trading with a strategy because that's just how it goes. It's a strategy. There's not a 100% accurate um, trading strategy. Now, I'm going to tell you this. That's not true. This is 100% accurate. The reason I say this is because it's responding to what the price is doing based on the algorithm that I created. Okay. So I could make this algorithm hug these moving averages a little bit closer and it'll still be 100% accurate because it's responding to what the price is doing. But just because you don't win doesn't mean that it's not 100% accurate. It's just responding. But like I said, this took years of back testing and this and that and all that. By my opinion of years of back testing, this is the best parameter to trade as far as like trading close to the moving averages. I mean, not the moving averages, to the candlesticks, okay? You know, and you just keep that trade open based on that. It's gonna give you more. You'll make more money trading like this than trading with trying to forget, trying to guess. But let me back to what I was trying to show you. I'm gonna take a vertical line. I'm gonna put it about right here. You see how this white line is right here, right? I'm gonna go to a smaller time frame to show you how it's the same thing based on time increments. So this is the 1 hour time frame, right? One, two, about three candlesticks, right? That white line represent where you could have got in, right? Right up in there, right? I'm gonna go to the 1 minute time frame. You see, this is the white line right here, y'all. This is a 1 minute time frame we're looking at. Now look, the blue line was underneath the orange line. Remember I said you could trade that overall if you want to, or you could trade the when they hugging them. You see the benefit of that? You would have got in here as a sell. It would have kept the trade open the whole time. You would have got in there and just kept this trade open like that. Like I said, you'll have an alert for that. Just the way it came on by the hour, you can have it go on for the 1 minute for each one of these two. But I recommend trading a smaller time frame just on slower moving averages. These thick lines right here, the white line, the orange line, the blue line, those are slower moving averages. This blue line and orange line, these are quicker. The quicker they are, the closer they are to the candlestick. The slower they are, the farther they are away from the candlesticks. But at the same time, they all still respond to the price overall movement. So it don't lie. Okay. So if you were trading on the 1 minute time frame, though the price is going up doesn't mean that the price is going up. That's what I mean. Like right here on the 1 minute, if you didn't have these candlesticks, a lot of people be trying to trade on 1 minute time frame, thinking they in the uptrend. It may go up. It might go up. But the overall trend show is going down, right? If you just trade based on what the moving averages is doing, you have more opportunity to stay in profit. You know what I'm saying? And if you would have been trading by the 1 minute with these crossover strategies with the slower moving averages, you would have been in profit a long time ago. You would have been way more in profit. So look, here we go. Let's look at it again. If and remember it was 16 at first, right now it's about two. Let's say this $2 right here, right? If from this orange line from to where it is $2, imagine if you would have got in from here a long time ago and still just keep your trade open. You could have been, took your profit or whatever you want to do. I recommend keeping the trade open until it's over. You know what I mean? Until it just do what it do. Let the moving average just do its job. So as you see, this system works. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna show you another example on how it works well based on, like I said, moving averages adapt to each other. Moving averages adapt to whatever time frame you're trading on. Okay. Now overall, the price is going down, right? If I was trading by the 1 minute, the alarm would have come in and told me to take a buy based on one candlestick with this blue moving average right here. I would have got in right up in here, right? From what it looked like, see, I'm up here trying to guess what I think it's gonna do. It ain't my job to guess. My job is to respond to what it tell me to do. Don't try to sit up here and try. Don't let your ego get involved, thinking like, man, I don't want to lose no money. Look, I'm telling you, with this trading strategy, even when you lose money, you'll always make more money back if you just let the strategy do its job. That's the best way to say this. Let the strategy play itself out. As long as you got strategy, you win. It's just like basketball or any sport. It's always gonna be the other team is always gonna score on you. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a game if somebody else didn't score. The other team scoring on you is when you lose some money. But as long as you make more money or you get more points than the other team, ain't that the team that win? Look at it just like that. It's like playing a game. The person who end up making more, as long as you make more than you lose, you win, right? Just like that, it's a sport. So, that's the one way to handle, losing trades. Because some people can't handle losing trades, but most of the time, because you over leveraging. Only reason I'm over leveraging like that, what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different situation. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So let me do this. I'm about to reset this real quick because it's about to, let me reset this real quick. I'm doing this for a reason. So remember, it told me to take a sell on that 1 hour chart, and I'm just trying to show you how my alerts they react to any time frame. Though I recommend a higher time frame. So let's just give it a second. On all of my trading algorithms, it has to has one candlestick forming while the moving averages are crossed. Okay, a moving average was not. The moving averages were not crossed when the new candlestick formed. That's why nothing happened. Okay. And to be honestly, I don't know what the price is gonna do. Overall, look like it's gonna go down based on what I see, but we know it's gonna go up eventually because the market has to go up two and down, up, down, up, down. That's what the market do. But I'm not up here trying to guess. I'm just gonna respond. Remember, I'm on a smaller time frame. I'm doing this just to show you something. I'm just trying to show you that it will respond to whatever time frame you trade. But most of the time, once you follow the what it tell you to do, you're gonna be in profit. So let's just give it a second to let it, do what it do. And this is the 1 minute time frame. That means it take 1 minute. But look, y'all notice how the most important thing is the chart is the candlestick all the way to the right. Remember what I said earlier? Everything to the left is the past. It's just showing past performance based on the time frame you choose. And also notice how the moving averages are doing their job. It's kind of hard to see. I need to make this darker blue. I'm gonna make this darker blue later on because I don't want to show y'all my algorithm because y'all gotta buy that motherfucker. But it's worth it. You know what I'll do? Let me just change the candlesticks. That way I can see it. Hollow candlesticks. There we go. All right, so you see how the blue moving average right here is responding to these candlesticks. You see how it's going up and down. It's going up and down because it's following the price. The real price is what you call price action. That's why moving averages are the best. So based on if that blue moving averages start, the average price is going down, it's going to respond going underneath the orange moving average. Then eventually the orange moving average is going to follow suit and go down too. See how we see what's going on right now? This moving average is going down now because it's not just moving because it want to move. It's responding to this. See, this is a perfect video to show y'all how moving averages work. That's why moving averages are the best. The moving average crossover strategy, in my opinion, is the best way to trade. It's easier to see. A better understanding what's going on. And I actually like these hollow candlesticks better, to be honest with you. I might keep it at a hollow candlestick so you can see better. Okay. Now, at first I was on 1 hour time frame, right? I'm on the 1 minute now, right? As long as a candlestick form while these moving averages across, it's going to tell you when to get in the trade. And this is just for learning examples and stuff like that. But watch this. Boom. Take a sell. You would have been ready already. You would have had everything already adjusted for how much you want to leverage and all that stuff. Would have took it as a sell, right? Now remember, I already had that trade open, and I already said this overall was a down trade anyway because we saw it. Because earlier it told me to take a sell, but it retraced. You just let it do its job, okay? And look, price going down. It could continue to go up, but guess who job is that to let us know? This moving average, because we see it's doing its job. See, that's what I like about the moving average crossover strategy is the only strategy indicator that's showing you what's going on right there with the chart. There's not another indicator on here that's actually like this moving back and forth like this live with the candlesticks. I mean, other people try to use support and resistance. Yeah, that stuff work. But if you want to find more trading opportunities, moving averages is the way to go. You know how many trades I could find at one time trading like this with moving averages? Look, let me show you. Watch this. Go to another crypto. Look at this. Go to 1 hour. Look at all look. Same thing. Moving averages adapt to everything. For whatever you trade, the moving average, whatever your parameter is going to be, is going to adapt to the market. Look at all the Canadian. This is foreign exchange. Look, whole different view, right? But the moving averages are still following the direction of the price. Day time frame. Look at this. Okay. Same thing. Remember, I said you could trade the larger moving averages or the quicker moving averages. Depending on what you want to do. But it still responds to the same thing, like I told you. When this blue, thick blue is underneath the orange, keep the trade as a sell. Even though it went all the way back up here, you kept it as a sell. Look, it went down. And you would have got up by right here. You would have been a decent profit trading like this by the day. But that's by the daily time frame. But the point I'm making is everything adapts to the way it got to adapt. Look at the NAS 100. You see what I'm saying? Daily time frames. Imagine getting from here to here, blue over orange here, over here. You see what I'm saying? It follows itself. It tell you what to do. Look, blue over orange right here, right? Look at all that profit by the day. See what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go back to the Bitcoin. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Look like it's about to be a whole new thing. Y'all watch this. Now it's telling us to buy. Remember I told you moving averages respond to what the price is doing. That's what it's doing. This blue moving average is over the orange now. At first it was underneath, right? But remember I said we don't know what's really going on. It could be going up or down. Based on the time frame and the parameters of the moving averages, it's going to respond. You know what I'm saying? But it's accurate. Okay. So you can't say that it don't work because you see It's responding every time the blue is over the orange and over the under and over the orange. But if you get in these trades at certain times, you'll win more money that you'll lose. So you may lose a couple of dollars, but look, if you would have took this from here to here, then took this from here to here, going all the way down, and then you lost a couple of dollars here, right? But look, from here to here, here to here, from here to here, you lost a couple of dollars, right? But from here to here, so on and so on. All those little money you losing, you making more money because look how far down the movements are moving based on the like the little losses and stuff that you're taking. It's not even relevant. That's why it's best is to trade, but let the alert system tell you when to trade. Or you could have traded on the 5 minute time frame if you want to, just switch it up a little bit. Now this motherfucker choppy as hell on us 5 minutes, but it's the same thing. The higher the time frame, the more pips you get too, though. So even though now look, it's going back down right here, right? And this only look from here to here, it's like six. Let's look at the price right now. Where is it? I'm in profit $3 right there, right now, Bitcoin, right? From here to here, okay? Because it's going up and it's retesting. But if I would have got in from here to here, that would have been like 20 something, whatever like that, dollars, maybe more. You know what I'm saying? Or from whatever. But you see how it's choppy? That's why I say trade on higher time frames, like the hour, because you're gonna see a big difference. Like, look, when this, look at the skinny blue. When the skinny blue is over this skinny orange, kept it open, them nice profits. Okay, and you could use this on anything. You know, again, it's about strategy. You have a strategy. It's about timing. You learn the timing, and it's about the discipline to follow your strategy and actually let it do its job. And when I say it, the moving averages. And remember, it's following the direction the price is going. That's what we see is doing. This candlestick on the 1 hour now is showing like it's going up, right? So look, we see this moving average moving back and forth. It's responding. It don't get much easier than this. I'm surprised more people don't teach this, but they want to spoon feed you. They don't want to give you the whole dish. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give you the whole dish. You ain't gotta log out. Just reset it. It happens sometimes, y'all. Hey y'all, and I mean that's it. Go ahead and invest in this now. You'll be happy. You could take this same algorithm and trade it on anything else, as well. But you know, this comes with an alert system. You don't have to download anything. This is a cloud-based situation, so you could do the same thing on your phone. You can't auto trade from your phone on anything else. Not that I've seen. I guess you could do this with this. I mean, it's not auto trading. It's give you alerts. You know, and that's it, y'all. If you have any questions, you got my email, but it don't get much simpler than this. Go and buy now.